Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back. I'm playing more Temur today after the last video where I had such a lovely time. I thought I'd do it again, so made a few changes. Gore Clan Rampager is now in the main deck as a kind of tutorable Temur Battle Rage effect because your Tarmogoyfs are often like 6/7s and being able to get in for 10 trample might end games. I've changed Spell Pierce for Stubborn Denial. And I think that's it. Just checking. I think I've changed the sideboard a bit. I've added a second Grafdigger's Cage in place of, and a Team of Battle Rage in place of two surgical extractions. So that's the latest iteration anyway. So Grafdigger's Cage seems really good at the moment. If everybody's trying to use Breach or Dredge or whatever. Anything unfair that's either graveyardy or library-y stops Neoform as well. And yeah, this is what I'm going to try. So for those who missed it, the last league we went 3-2 with a similar list. It's really fun, quite powerful deck. Takes a lot of game actions. There's probably a lot of skill and nuance in playing it, which I am not close to maximizing, so you'll have to bear with me if we don't just roll people. But yeah, the deck is good and it's a hoot. So we're going to see if we can get some half decent results. This is a pretty perfect hand. Oh, sorry about the giant graveyards. I must have finished my last league playing against Dredge or something. So we're going to start with once, because you should always start with once. I guess Tarmogoyf is just bigger than the goose most of the time. I'm going to bobble the opponent. It's a ghost quarter, so they're like, what's it called? Value Town. Come on, give me a fetch land. Oh dear. Oh, please don't have a land. Oh, they have a land. Let's hope we can get a land. Not good. I'm going to Thought Scour myself, which is risky because I probably should just bolt the bird. But the upside is so high. I'm incredibly smart. Now I'm going to bolt the bird. So we can just play Tarmogoyfs and attack from now on, basically. Yeah, our hand's shaping up nicely. I will probably traverse for a land on my turn and then play a Tarmogoyf because we need to hit a land really, and the traverse, if you are traversing for a land, is kind of free in terms of mana. I wonder what's going on. They can't have nothing to do. Most green Birds of Paradise decks are really heavy in threes because the threes are strong and the birds let you cast them on turn 2. So it seems astonishing to me that the opponent doesn't have a play. I think I'm just going to get Breeding Pool. Then I can't get cut on mana, and I don't really want to fetch basics when the opponent's showing a Ghost Quarter. So I'm just going to drop a 6/7 and hope it's good. They might well have Path. They certainly look like a Path deck. And by look like a Path deck, I mean they have they have white in their mana base. That's a preposterous thing to say. We haven't seen enough. It could be a Heliod Company list, I suppose. Wow. Did they just miss? That is amongst the most unlucky things I've ever seen. Okay. My intention is just to kill them with Gore Clan Rampager, if that's not obvious. Yeah, that won't save you. Opponent's deck seems to be aggressively medium and fair, and we're about to do exactsies with the Rampager. Alternatively, I can bounce that with the... You got it. I was going to say alternatively, I can bounce that with the Borrower, but... No, yeah, I will. I would. I think I'd rather they see this than the Rampager, because I think the Rampager is more surprising. Okay. I would like to attack for 14. I wonder if they have a Dismember. They certainly could. It would save them 1 life. Oh, I mismathed. 6 and 6 is 12. Goodness me, Chris. You moron. I'm going to get this Snapcaster. Traverse is a ridiculous card, isn't it? Just 1 mana. Anything you want. Okay, well, other than me once again proving my... I was so adept at snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Other than that, that went well. Do I want... This feels like a Battle Rage matchup if we're attacking on the ground. And probably Royal Scions. Rex-aging a Courser of Kruphix is delightful. Also hits Walking Ballista if they are that deck. Staticaster for bops might not be good enough. I don't think. Certainly don't want this stuff. Ooze is a consideration. Stubbs is a consideration, but it probably only hits company. Like, I'm considering boarding out the Stubbs as well. Stubbing companies is all well and good, but I think they're likely to be a dead card a lot of the time. I'm going to submit like that. So I've just gone a bit bigger. A few more top-end spells. We'll see if it proves to be correct. This is good enough, for sure. We can bolt the bird if they have one. They do not, so I'm probably going to start with Stomping Ground Mongoose. So we can get this show on the road. And then we'll use the removal and traverse and stuff to keep hitting our land drops. Ooh, red. That's interesting. I wonder why opponent's not done anything. They didn't mulligan. Did they mulligan? No. Why haven't they done anything? Is this a Heliod? It's a Ranger Captain. That's fairly killable. They got the Ballista. So yeah, this is the Heliod deck 100%. Come on. Okay. Yep, that's actually quite irritating because it stops me from traversing for a land. So I'll just play infinite geese. The delightful thing is if, yeah, they can't just mow my stuff down with a Ballista because of Shroud. Now we've got pressure. I've played a land, unfortunately. So I've just got Bolt up for my interaction, which might not be enough, but it might be. This is a company. Okay. It would be a good one if it can handle 3 mongoose. So I cannot do the tempting thing of bolting to finish the courser off. I have to keep my bolt up to target the Ballista. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think they can fetch in response, and then I'm in a lot of trouble. Well, I know they can fetch in response. Yeah, that's game. Okay. So for those who are unaware, when they fetch, they'll get a trigger, they'll gain some life, they'll put a counter on there, they'll have enough mana to give it lifelink, and then they can just kill me. Ballista plus Heliod is infinite. Having thought about it, do I want Grafdigger's Cage to shut off the companies? I'm not sure. No, I'm gonna stick with the thing that made sense to me a minute ago, and just hope we don't stumble like we did last game. That Ranger Captain really caught me out. Excuse the cough, by the way. Grab some water between rounds. Keep. Gonna bauble me. Hopefully see something like a bolt. Island. I don't want an island. Having just said I want a bolt, it may have been unwise to fetch the breeding pool. I wanted to be able to cast all the spells in my hand. Well, we didn't get punished by drawing a bolt. Yep. Target me. We've got Delirium, that's something. Once is a sucky draw at this moment. So we're just going to apply some pressure to begin with. They can't kill us anytime soon. I don't think. Ideal sequence for me on the coming turn would be something like... Okay. I would. That's helpful. Yeah, I think I need to just basically try to get the opponent dead. Yeah, that's good. That's annoyingly good. Draw. Okay. That could be really good for ending the game. I wonder if they should do anything here. So, I feel like I have to keep up Snap Bolt. But I can still develop my mana. Now the problem with Snap Bolt is it gives them voice tokens. That's fine. Oh, they don't have a land. Oh, that's super good. No, I'll just untap. Yeah, I've got lethal, so they have to block, and they're not going to want to lose either creature. So this is a good position. Let me just think. So there's 3 coming through, 5, 6, 7. So that's not lethal. So I'm better off just accepting the trade. I think I should kill the tracker. Unless the tracker was a decoy, which I guess is possible. I'm gonna change my mind, which is probably wrong. Just represent having something. I was thinking about tapping my green source for Traverse, but okay. So they can't kill me from here unless they have a land. Okay, this is good. This should be fine. Take the Rex Sage, not that it's going to matter. I don't think, anyway. So their move is going to be ping snap. I can save it and get in a lot of damage. Seems worth it. Then I can traverse for Brazen Borrower and just pass the turn. I think it's going to be hard to lose. company could be problematic, I suppose. I'm going to petty theft this. Which, again, I'm not sure how correct this is. Like they clearly have a company. There's no other reason to be playing the way they're playing. Removal would be amazing, or a bolt. Top. Going to attack. This Rex Sage is looking kind of awkward. Let's see what they hit. Those are good hits. Not a lot I can do about that. Okay, they correctly chumped. See what they're going to draw. A Corsair. Okay, that's alright. We have a good answer to that in hand. I'm just hoping they don't have a way to get their knight up to 8 power. That would make me sad. That's fine. As long as they can't kill me, I can flash the borrower in and then burn them out. And my next draw step is a bolt, which is great. So I suppose I just do the safest thing, which is probably start by killing the Corsair. And then attack. And then cast both bolts. And there's I can't think of a way that they can protect themselves from this. They might have a path for this. They might have a modest amount of life gain or something, but I can't imagine that they can stop it. Yep, we got them. Nice. That was a fun game. Nice and interactive. Lots to think about. Probably only made 15 mistakes. I will join. Yep, pretty cool hand. We don't really want any lands though. That's the only downside, is we're a bit land heavy, but perfect. Bobble me. A goose. Against Flooded Strand, I think I'll take a goose. What does... So there's the Bant, like, Snowblade deck. I've seen Canister streaming a blue-green Uro thing that looks fairly upsetting. Very good. Could be that, I suppose. Snappy, eh? Well, I probably just have to get pressure down. Looking for something like a Thought Scour to get my gooses growing. There's one. I'm going to top that and put the Thought Scour on top of it. Give myself the option of... Now this is obviously walking into a Coatl or a Snapcaster Mage, which would be a bit sad. Yeah. But it is what it is. Yeah, this looks like Bantblade. Ooh, Wall of Omens. That's annoying against my 3/3s. Okay. So, I can kill it with Flame Slash, which is on top of my deck, but then I'm Thought Scouring the opponent. I'm going to attack. They're almost certain to block, but I just don't see a reason not to. What's the best way to do this? I think I'm going to Snap Serum. Drawing the Flame Slash, which I know is good. Scry 2 more. They've got the Snare, that's brutal. Okay. Wow. All the Wall of Omens, that is upsettingly good against me. They are missing land drops though. So I'm going to draw this. I guess I'll fetch. Flame Slash, that gives me Threshold. Got Delirium as well. Seems foolish to not attack. I might as well give them the chance of fucking up. I suppose I can traverse for a Bone Crusher Giant and shock it. They won't have another. They won't have another one, will they? Another Snare. That would upset me. Oh, Force of Negation. That, I guess, is a bit less upsetting. Force of Negation pitching a Spell Snare, was that? Does it not have a CMC of 2 because of the Bone Crusher Giant, maybe? Don't understand. All I know is I was a lot happier when this was dead and I had a 4/4 I could cast. Or 4/3 rather. That's a really good one. Unfortunately, we don't have double red. They path their own thing. Okay, that's fine. I wonder if they're going to tap out for something big like a Jace or something, or Teferi. That's fine. They cannot bounce my Goose. So this... Oh, maybe not. I was going to say, this looks to me like they've got a Coatl to protect their Teferi, but then they immediately recast that, so maybe they don't. Let's attack Tefers. Get him dead. Can't think of a single spell in the format that counters my Reveler. Now I've said that, there will be one. Ooh, that's good fuel. Draw a card. Not a land, please. Okay. Your go. Does this deck play Wrath of God is my current concern. We'll find out, I suppose. I'm going to bounce my Goif. Yeah. That's fine by me. Nice. I'll take this at Tef's. This at the opponent. This is playing really hard into a Wrath, but I was also playing really hard into a Wrath the previous turn and they didn't do it, so I think I'm maybe safe. If they have baited me, then they're masters. Or a master, I should say. Infinite little Tefs. Okay. Yep. They've got a lot of cards in hand, but I'm not sure how much good it's doing them. What we got an Uro or something? Field of Ruin. Okay, yeah. I've got one more basic. Okay. Well, they're definitely doing 2019 and 2020 things. Oh, I can't cast. Okay, stupid Tefs. Let's get my last land out. Nice. I'm going to replay the one they know about. Hold one in hand. This is more than lethal. This is lethal through interaction, so see if this is good. Yeah. I'm going to Thought Scar me and try to hit either a snap or a stubs. Thought Scar again. I'll do it again. Okay, we missed, so yep, Jace happens. Guess they have to bounce Goif. But they're still dead. Maybe they have to brainstorm and look for like land plus Wrath. Yep. I'd say this is quite encouraging, but I've definitely felt felt like that before. Like they could so easily be playing Terminus, and we would lose pretty much on the spot. Don't know. Not seen any. They're quite creaturey for a Terminus deck. This feels like they're racking their brains to think of a way they don't die. Just based on they've been a brisk player and there's a long pause at the moment. Okay. Fourth land. Is it a Wrath? Oh, this sucks. Please. Please let me be wrong. Sanctuary. Putting back Path. Okay, that's fine. Path is way less bad for me than some other stuff. So I'm going to path my Goyf on upkeep, I assume. Oh, they're Sanctuary locking, hopefully. It's not what we needed. This is where the sadness begins. Although we have Stubborn Denials in our deck and one Snapcaster Mage, but we haven't put one in the bin yet. But we're pretty far through the deck, to be fair. I'm going to fetch. It's also noteworthy that we need to try and deal with that Jace. Here comes the Cryptic. So it's probably tap and return the Sanctuary. I'm just going to cast this. If they let it resolve, that'll be encouraging. If they don't, I'm going to assume I'm done. Okay, that doesn't really help. We were not short of mana anyway, so that shouldn't be a big deal. It's more the losing the game that I'm bothered about. We do have 2 more stubs in the board though, which will be good. But right now it just feels like we're fairly helpless. At least it's almost reached a point where I can scoop without feeling bad. Guess I thought scout myself. Make this a bit bigger. Bolt. So I'm going to see if they do any actions at the end of my turn, and then I'm going to bolt the Jace. If they try and get fancy. I'm just going to do it now. Because it's at the moment they can't use Force of Negation, but except for casting it. And they might not want to tap out mana, because they definitely have to cast Cryptic every single turn. I don't really want them to get one more activation, so this seems like the most sensible time to cast it. They've still got Cryptic mana. That sucks. Yep. This one feels just about done. Didn't attack, that's odd. Maybe they don't have an opportunity to Cryptic yet. I'm not sure what's going on. No, they definitely do. So the not attack is weird. Looking for a Snapcaster. Wow. Wow. That was so bad. I put everything good on the bottom and we missed. I do have a shuffle actually, but still we weren't winning. Yes, yes, yes. Probably still yes. And Scoos. And then I don't want Flame Slash. Probably don't want Bolt. Or at least I don't want all my bolts. Keep, say, 3 for Jaces. Growth isn't super exciting. Probably is still the one though. Yeah, better than a once upon a time, I think. That was a sad one to lose because I felt advantaged pretty much throughout, and I don't know if I made mistakes or if I just couldn't beat them having the cryptic lock then. Feels like we could and probably should have won. Just not sure what I did wrong. Yeah, I don't know. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We've got extra copies of good cards now. That game did show off how good Nimble Mongoose is against control, though, because Shroud is a big thing. Yeah, I think I have to keep this. We have to hope that once will be a creature rather than a land. If once is a creature, then we're in fine shape. What's going on? They're deciding about their first mulligan. Gore Clan Rampager it is. I think if I were fetching, I would be fetching a Steam Vents anyway, so I'll just play the Steam Vents. There's not much I'd be willing to stubs on turn 1. It will almost certainly be. And we didn't show them any stubs in game 1, which is good. Just realised that, which is probably beneficial. Ooh, Milled Royal Scions, that's not good at all. I suppose it's good for Delirium. What have I got next? A Tarn. Well, I'm definitely not interested in that. Let's get Goif for next turn. Okay, good draw. We've got Threshold and we've got 6 card types. That's pretty great. Guess they're casting a Wall of Omens. Can't think of anything else. Yep. Well, it's a lot easier to attack through that with a 6/7 than with a 3/3. What would we draw next? Bolt. I think I'm happy with a bolt. So I'm going to leave on top. And just play this. Between Bolt, Snap, Bolt and Gorklan Rampager, we've got so much damage in hand. I'm not going to fetch end of turn. I'm not going to take down Stubbs. Just going to keep it available for as long as possible. By not fetching, it's kind of telling them I've got it, but that's fine. Target myself with this. See about how and when to use a Tarn. Traverse, that's a good draw. Draw that. If they go for a path, I will stub because we've still got Snap Stubs for their Planeswalker the next turn. He just took it. That's pretty great. Suppose they know about Gorklan Rampager. That's fine. It's a good one for me to bolt, or I can traverse for the Is It Staticaster. That's quite a fun way of killing it. I hope they're struggling for lands. That is a bit like a land, I suppose. Yeah, I'll fetch now. Land is a fine draw. Okay. I'm going to snap bolt it. Need to keep my Goyf alive. Opponent is a coward. Probably a correct coward. Guess I'll take this Snapcaster Mage. Pass the turn. That looks like tap your team to me. We've got lethal, this is great. Are they going to make me play it out? Alright, you died. Good games. Game 3. That seemed like a fine configuration. 4 Stubbs has got to be good. We didn't show them Staticaster either, which could be really good if they're relying on Quattle's solid hand. Really good hand again. One thing that's really cool about this deck is its like openers rarely look garbage. I suppose 4 landers can look a bit bad, but most of the time you have like 1 or 2 lands, a bunch of card manipulation, and a threat. Perfect draw, perfect time for it as well. What would we draw? Ooze, I like that. So I'm going to draw the ooze and then Thought Sky myself on their turn. So they're probably playing a Coatl or something. Would be my best guess. With the ooze now, we're incentivized to fetch a bit more greenly than we normally would. I'm not sure if I should even just play the Goyf instead. Because they might well have a path. That's what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to play the Goyf. Yep, no surprise there. I think to win, I have to do what we did last game, which is truncate the whole thing, because we're much better at winning long games than our opponent, short games, sorry, than our opponent, and not favoured at all in long games. I'm going to try this now because it will let me keep up the pressure. Even grows the Goyf. And I'll Serum pre-combat as well if this works. Okay, they pitched a Cryptic. I'm not willing to trade at the moment. I'd rather... I can give it First Strike and Trample with the Royal Scions and just bang them into the dirt. That's the plan. Oh, they're just going to bounce it. That's sad and rude. Yep, you got me. What can I do next turn then? Not a ton. My top card under there was Thought Scour, wasn't it? I think the best thing I can do is just deploy 2 creatures and pass, and then hopefully I get to untap with one of them. And Royal Scions might do the rest. Opponent missing lands is probably good for me. What would I rather lose to a path? I'd rather lose the Goyf, so I'm going to target the Goyf. Attack Tefs. Make a blue, which won't matter because of Teferi existing. I've got an island in the graveyard, that sucks. I missed that. It's nearly useful. Okay, so I've got to figure out... It's amazing, I suppose I have trimmed a lot of removal. I could really do with a bolt, so I can kill this and then use the ooze on the planeswalkers. But okay, just need to draw a red spell. Then I'm fine. Yeah, that doesn't matter. So maybe a mongoose because it's I'll get this. I'll get the Staticaster, and I'll play ooze and the Staticaster. I'll shoot this. I find the the lack of red spells upsetting. I wonder if I maybe should have been less hasty in siding them out. Guess we'll find out. Stubbs is a really good card to have. And I can use ooze to make a 4-power creature at instant speed and then cast Stubbs with Ferocious, which I guess has to be a big part of my plan for this turn. Yeah. Gonna attack Jace. Staticaster can deal with a Coatl. There's literally nothing I can do about that. Do I want to eat that path? Seems sensible. My life total's crazy low. Don't really know when that happened. Once. I think I want all of this stuff. I don't know. I need to get myself into a position where I can bounce one of the planeswalkers and stub it on the way down. Royal Scions will answer a walker if I get to keep it. And it was looking like I'm going to get to keep it. So that would obviously be amazing. I guess they could have Detention Sphere, but traditionally blue-white decks struggle to deal with resolved walkers. These games are seriously hard to navigate. So if you're not agreeing with all my decisions, this is every chance you're right, and there's every chance I'm wrong. But it's hard enough to play when you don't have to talk to a camera and try to multitask. I'm not very good at multitasking. I'm not very good at focusing enough to play optimal Magic when that's all I'm doing. So sorry about that. The opponent is tanking on this brainstorm. They must be plotting quite a lot, or maybe they just can't believe they've missed land drops again. No, they haven't missed the land drop. Rip. Yep. That's not good. That is not good. Sure. That's also not good. But the Royal Scions will blow up their Planeswalkers at some point. Man, I regret leaving that Traverse on the top. That's actually great for me, because it shuffles my library, and my top two cards were stinkers now. Whereas now they might be bolts instead. Do I want geese? No. No. But that's fine. I can't think of a way for them to kill Royal Scions. And then we're in the ascendancy again. Although that rest in peace is going to F me up. And the Stone Rains don't help. No! So many Stone Rains. What's this, I wonder? Ooh. Well, that's where my Scion's damage has to go. Yeah, I forgot they could do that. Alright, I'll give up. Well, we made a good fist of it. We were kind of in all the games, and the game we did win was an absolute pasting, so that was good. But yeah, rest in peace. You don't think I don't think people would side it in against me, because it's like, it's not that obvious how backbreaking it will be. It's not like I'm dredging, but it's very backbreaking. Maybe I should always board in the Rex Sage, because it's such a good post-sideboard card. Because so many of the really good sideboard cards my opponents could have answered by it. I will play first. I will keep. We're going to try and hit a green source off this once. Bad. Very bad. It's not quite always a land or a creature. Sometimes it's one or the other. We did. This is not good. We're so dead. I'll give it one more draw step and then I'll scoop. Might let us conceal some information. So I'm trying to figure out what this all means. It's obviously one of the many new Dryad-y, Valakut-y, Titan-y decks, but... Okay, that's helpful. I'm not giving up yet, because if we just curve Goyfs into Gore Clan, we might just win. You never know. Stranger things have happened. I wonder what's going on now. Why is opponent are they disconnected or something? I can't think of a strategic reason to pause over a Tarmogoyf. Maybe this deck needs an Avalanche Rider or something to shoot the 4. Wow. Fuck that. Fuck this stupid deck. Honestly. It's so boring. Anyways. Enough of me complaining. I think that's it. I'm not sure. Let's go with that. We need just a really good aggro curve. We need to try and deal 20 damage. That ain't it. That's better. It's not great though. Gonna see what my next card is and then decide whether to traverse or not. Once. I don't think we want a once, so I guess I'm just gonna traverse for basic island. Pass. That's a good one. So the reason for the Rex Sage is that the Dryad is an enchantment creature, if that's not obvious. If they got it, they have got it. Good for them. Okay, that's a real good one. Blood Moon's a sad one not to be able to take. Stating the obvious, we're going to get blocked and then sacked, so they prevent 4 damage. Steve is very, very good. Black sauce. I don't understand. What's the swamp for? I'm confused. This is a funky version, clearly. Beyond my comprehension. Perfect. Perfect. I love this. This is totally enjoyable and in no way shit. Apologies if you love this deck, but you're wrong. It's fucking boring. Does the same thing every time, which I know is the mark of a good deck, but it's just not cool. Come on, modern players. You can do better. We have to swing. Suicide the Goyf to try and get them to trade. Okay, they make a cowardly decision because they're a coward. Do I have any reason to keep playing? I guess we just cast this. No. What am I doing? There's no reason to keep playing. Alright. Well, I was getting crushed by that deck to begin with my last homebrew, and I just had to set the Team of Snow deck. And I had to just settle on a solid sideboard plan, and I went from, like, struggling to beat it to beating it all the time. But that deck was playing main deck Blood Moons and was very much better at finding them and putting them into play. So it's not quite the same. Oh. That probably is just a horrendous matchup for this deck. This hand looks great. If the opponent is doing something that dies to Tarfire, like a Birds of Paradise or something, I'm going to be a happy boy. If the opponent isn't putting any creatures on the board, I might look a bit stupid. Ooh, that looks Tarfire-y. Maybe not. Let's go with one of these. That was a great draw. I will take a goose. What does that mean? Serum Visions. Neoform? Ooh. Seems good for me. Should check how they scried, really. 2 cards on the bottom. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, so lucky. Ah. I'm of course kidding. It's not that unlikely that they could do that. So it's 3, 4. Yeah, I'm nowhere near threshold. Even if I cast 3 spells, it's 6. Yeah. Alright, I'm just going to attack and then tar fire before blocks. Or before damage, rather. Oh. Adept as ever, Chris. If I tar fire them, should have done this ages ago. So I'm considering flame slashing my Goif to get Delirium. I don't know if that's correct, but I'm going to do it. Then I can traverse for some way of winning the game next turn, like a Gore Clan Rampager. Because we'll be also adding cards to the graveyard. I'm not sure this is right. It's also very face up. Like, that got revealed. So, hopefully in their head they're now doing, the Simpsons meme where Ralph, it just says, chuckles, I'm in danger. Hopefully that's what's going on. And we're not dying to a combo. It looks like we're dying to a combo. No? Okay, cool. Well, Ralph is on our side then. That gives us threshold. Do some attacking. Rampager this. Hope they can't kill it. Did you die? You did. That was helpful. Well, in that case, the flame slash was good, but I still don't recommend that play. So what do we think? Do we think that's Neoform? I think that's Neoform. I'm going to side out a bunch of removal. I'm actually leaving Tarfires in over bolts because of Delirium. I don't know, again, not sure what's correct there. Doesn't seem like a slow, grindy matchup, so we're just going to be as assertive as we can. So I've sided in 2 more stubs, a Battle Rage, and 2 Grafdigger's Cages, wherever they are. I'm just going to have to see if that's any good. It might not even be Neoform. That's one of the things that was good from opponent's point of view about Game 1, is that not very much was learned by the good guys, aka us. I'm going to keep this hand. Seems really good. Hope we don't get turn 1 because we can interact for the rest of the game. Okay, another stubs. Wow, we really hit. Let's take the Rampager and just pass. If they're passing, then I'm going to be thought scouring. Fill up the yards, try and draw a 3rd land. Maybe it was wrong of me to take... Oh, God. Misclicked. Idiot. Unbelievably stupid. So maybe it was wrong of me to take the Rampager over a 3rd land in that once. can't believe I fetched a Stomping Ground there. That should have been a Steam Vents if it's not obvious. That resolves. Stubs. Oh, I have to fetch. Usually they can't beat one piece of interaction. So they may even scoop. Hooray! The good guys prevailed. Boo! Neoform, boo! It's a stupid deck. But we got to play 2 fun matches. The first 2 were fun. Hello, Scott Calvin. It is I, your conqueror. I am... Sorry, that was strange. Every so often the way I behave when I'm not being filmed slips out, and you can see how awkward and annoying I am. Alright. Cracking 5. We're going to go... We're going to need some help. No! Don't take my goose. Please. That's the only thing I have going for me. There's nothing more punishing than a Thoughtseize when you've been mulliganing. Goose. Okay, kind of. Well, we do get Delirium on turn. Fucking hell. Just when you need a bit of luck. Ren and 6. Okay, so it's just Jund. Oh, this has gone absolutely horribly so far. We missed with a once, having mulled to 5. And we're playing against the deck that punishes this type of thing the hardest. Oh, this is unreal. Yeah, you got it. Yield. I'm yielding. Yield. Do what you want, opponent. Jesus Christ. They're going to take my stubs as well. They are. Don't really know how we get out of this. Starts with peeling something in a second. Well, we got a 1-mana 3/3 down, so that's not the end of the world. Unless they have Liliana of the Veil, in which case it is literally the end of the world. Okay. Let's do some attacking. I should say it's a 1-mana hexproof 3/3. Don't have a land, don't have a Lily. Just play the Ren and 6. Just play the Ren and 6. Yes, that's terrible. I'm happy. Okay. Good. Come on, give me a Snapcaster Mage. It's not quite. I'm going to ignore the Ren. Probably wrong. And I'm going to cast once, hoping to hit another Mongoose. Perfect. Oh, it's hard to think of any way these games could have been crueler, or at least this game. But Maybe there are ways. Who knows? Maybe there are ways it could have gotten somehow worse. Okay. Okay, good. Sort of. With the way my luck has been so far, I'm going to mill 2 spells and draw a land. Serum. Pretty much. Pretty much. I'm not going to play it. I'm going to pretend I've got something. They put themselves to 6, and we've got bolts. So, like... And there's not normally, apart from maybe a Scavenging Ooze, there's not normally much life gain in Jund. So, you never know. Yes, please. Use your discard. Oh, if we sneak this one, it will be the luckiest thing. Come on, bolt. Pretty fucking good. Well, that's lethal next turn. I don't know how, but we might win. We might not. We might get Inquisitioned, but they must have a way to kill the Royal Scions. Yeah, I'm going to get a basic island if there's one in the deck still. That way we're insulated against Liliana. Kind of. They're down to 2. They're down to 2. This is so gas. We might do it. I can't believe this shit. You couldn't write it. Oh. Yeah! That's so sick. Sorry for being shrill. Right. That. And literally nothing else. I guess ooze, because I'm boarding out this. Oh, I'm not going to board out the stubs. Definitely not boarding out the goose. The goose is far too good. I'll tell you what, in this attrition type matchup, I'm going to board out once because it's a bit of a liability. Or not board them out, board them down to 2. Because I've nothing else for the Jund matchup. I didn't realise how devastating the Mongoose was going to be. But the answer was utterly. It absolutely wrecked them. That was great. Pardon me. Yep. I assume they take the Goyf. Maybe Stubbs if they're planning on casting a Wrenn and 6 next turn. Took the Flame Slash. Somebody's got a Tarmogoyf. Ooze, okay. It'll be fine. I'll draw another removal spell, maybe. Not quite. There we go. keep up Stubbs, but I'm probably not going to cast it. And then next turn, I'll be able to keep up Stubbs with Ferocious, which would be just delightful. Let's get the old Breedy P. What am I going to draw? The Goose. Love it. I can't yield now because I've got stuff to do, so I have to be available to counter spells. That game one was hilarious. I don't think I've ever gotten luckier. And by luckier, I don't mean I think I played badly and didn't deserve to win. I just think I had basically 0 decisions the entire game. Just played a goose and it won the game on its own. Maybe the only smart thing I did was deciding not to kill Ren in 6. Yeah, well, Gore Clan Rampager might upset you a little bit there, friend. I hope, at least. Go on, block. Yes. This is jokes. I'm really enjoying myself, can you tell? This game is amazing. Come on, opponent, just let your Goif die. It's only a combat trick. Frickin' 9-10. That's a big, big boy. You remember this one? You enjoyed that one before. The goose is good. The goose is very good. There's a blood braid. Yeah, it doesn't matter, opponent. It doesn't matter. Oh. It could actually be really good, but that's not the point. I'm gonna. Oh, cool. Let's cast that. They should block with a goose, I imagine. I have to try and kill them. I think they were playing as if they had a bolt in hand earlier, so that I'm not expecting to untap with the ooze. The worst this could go would be bolt plus Liliana. That's fine. Yeah. Almost as bad. We might draw a burn spell so we can win the Goif fight. Or we might not. Can't attack because they can block, and then if it's just attacking without blocking after that, they would win that race. How are we losing this game when we won that other one? Ridiculous. This doesn't affect the clock, so I'm fetching to thin and then F6ing. We have no good answers to opposing goifs apart from our own goifs. That ain't good. Dead. Wow. Well, I thought we were very far ahead in that one then. And then all of a sudden we weren't. And I'm not going to change it. God, we're poorly equipped to deal with opposing goifs, aren't we? That's fine. I almost put a twisted image in, which is hilarious in Tarmogoyf mirrors. Sure. I don't like this hand, but I'm not really gonna. It's too good to mulligan against a deck full of Thought Seizers. Case in point, I think we're getting Thought Seized. So the traditional way to approach this is to always take the Snapcaster Mage, because it's always a 2-for-1, but they may have no good answer to a Goyf, or they may have a creature they don't want to get flame slashed. Okay. Just going to pass. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Did not mean to do that. An actual casting of the Gore Clan Rampager as a 4/4 is on the cards at the moment. Opponent's done a very good job of stopping me from doing anything. Croaks a sure thing. Discard the Tarfire. Doesn't seem very good. I'm still not convinced Croaks is powerful enough for Modern. This is so bad if they have Liliana in the Veil, because it's my whole turn. But I think I still have to do it. Because it's a 4/4 with Trample. It's not nothing, but it's just so expensive. My friend talked me into this, but into having him in the deck. And to be fair, in earlier games it's been good, hasn't it? But yeah, still not 100% convinced. This is why I was not very keen on this plan. Yep, you got me. I'll contritely put my tail between my legs. Thought Scour me. Beautiful. That's more like it. I'm not playing the island because I want to discard it to Lily, if that's not obvious. They must be escaping the Croaks, or I would imagine. No, it's a Goyf of their own. Okay, and they know about my Flame Slash. Attack Lily. This forces them into double blocking, I suppose. And then I get to finish one off. Yeah, they should definitely double block. Flame Slash here. Goyf. Now, I suspect they just minus Lily, attack, escape Croaks win the game. Would be my feeling. Can't see me getting out of this. Oh, sure, just a blood braid. Well, that's actually a lot less bad for me, I think. That's lethal. Okay, good. Good. Nice. Well, some absolutely bizarre games at the end. Like, the weirdest shit you've ever seen. But still, how do I do this? Hang on. There it is. There's the deck. So, it's hard to say if it's better or worse, isn't it? I liked the Gore Clan Rampager, I think, overall. Didn't like casting it, but I liked blood rushing it. Yeah. Deck's still awesome. Still love playing it. Still not very good at it. Recommend you all learn to play it. Make it a thing on the internet and make me famous. That would be cool. If you could do that, I'd appreciate it. And if you can't, then, you know, you're still welcome to hang about. Make suggestions, comments and stuff. I love reading all your comments. All three of you. So thank you very much. And yeah, until next time, cheers.